we body workers, we manual therapists think that, okay, this is someone else's job. And I really would love to talk a little bit about this a little bit more, because I think until maybe today or until nowadays, it was kind of true that we thought that it was someone else's job. And I really find important to talk about how it is not true now, since, as you explained beautifully, how it developed the nervous system, how we have really great people just digging deeper into the neuroanatomy, neurobiology, and how actually it affects our whole body system. And not for long ago, I think that it was kind of evidence, and everybody thought that if we talk about stress and trauma, this is something which needs to be sorted out in our head, but not in our body. And you were talking about it beautifully, how this perspective changed in the last few years, how actually we are talking more and more about that this isn't true anymore, because the people you mentioned, like Levine, Porges, all these wonderful researchers found out that actually trauma and stress doesn't live only in our head, it lives in our body. And of course, we can learn a lot about neurobiology, anatomy, but maybe this is which needs to be really highlighted. And this is why it makes sense for manual therapists and body workers as well, why we really need to integrate it and why we need to stop thinking of stress and trauma as someone else's job, because it affects the body. And we have a beautiful profession, a beautiful job to work with the body. And since the science says that stress, which affects everybody because it is part of our life, so we really don't need to go too far to think of like really bad traumas, even if it's just like a daily stress which affects us. It is going to affect our body. And this is why it is so important, I think, to start to integrate something, just to find a new perspective, just to find a new tool which actually helps to integrate this new perspective that we are not alone with the body in our practice. Yeah. We are actually supported with great tools which eventually elevate the effect of our work.